What's up, residents? It's your Mayor Alistair back at the #1 place to come for Godzilla Kong content, as confirmed by the director of the new empire himself.
Alistair, oh my god, I love Dangerville, man. I'm so excited to be talking to you. No, I'm dead serious, man. I watch your videos all the time.
We have some awesome news for you today, and that comes in the form of 3 whole new clips that have just been revealed for the upcoming Monsterverse film, and they just look amazing. I cannot wait to see this film. We get an extended look at the Godzilla vs. Kong fight in Egypt, as well as an injured Kong, and Suko and Kong having some good father-son bonding time. Of course, it goes without saying, if you don't want any spoilers, I'd maybe go check out some of our other videos, because I know some of you might want to go in completely blind. With these clips, you'll hopefully get a good vibe on what the film's actually going to offer. From what we see, it looks to be chaotic and have tons of monster scenes. Supposedly there's 60 minutes of monsters in the new empire, but does more equal better? Let's find out in these clips. We're gonna try do this in chronological order, so this video actually makes sense. First off, we have Kong exploring a mysterious region of the Hollow Earth covered in a misty haze. This could be on his search for Scar, since it looks like it continues on from the location Kong jumped to after he was chased by wart dogs. I just love the atmosphere and visuals in this scene. It just feels so unsettling. He looks out curiously before he's met with an apparition, the figure of a large ape, which, as we know because of the trailer, turns out to be Suko. Kong looks at him in disbelief. This is the first of his kind he's seen since his parents died, so he approaches the situation cautiously. He puts his weapon down to show he's not a threat and reaches out with an open palm. Suko nervously approaches, but before they touch, he bites Kong's finger and then runs off. And Kong's just like, "Ah, you little shit." Clearly, Suko isn't ready to engage with others just yet, since he's likely endured a lifetime of abuse from his father, the Scar King. But Kong most likely isn't going to let Suko just run off, and will probably pursue him until they trust each other. In the next clip, an injured Kong being assisted by Suko, who's greeted by Gia, Dr. Eileen Andrews, Trapper, Bernie Hayes, and several Hollow Earth Iwis. If we look closely, we can see Kong actually has extreme frostbite, which he received during his encounter with Shimo in Scar's lair. Shimo's frost blast would have frozen his hand solid, leaving it unusable. Clearly at this point in the film, Kong has earned Suko's trust, since when they were first introduced, he bites Kong's hand who was opening up to him. The abuse from the Scar King has clearly left him unable to have faith in others, so it's nice to see that they will end up helping one another. I already really like their dynamic. This is also where Bernie says, "Is that a mini Kong?" which I know drew a lot of attention from that first trailer. Trapper asks, how did he find this place? Which I'm assuming is the home of the Iwis? And Andrews responds with, he must have sensed Gia, which is weird. I didn't think that was something Kong could do. Was he always psychic? But then Kong, overcome with pain from the beating he received from Scar and the frostbitten arm from Shimo, collapses to the ground, and Suko puts in all his energy to stop it. And I just love how emotional this scene plays out. In a film with kaiju juggling and mechanical arms, it still boils down to empathizing with these characters and what they're going through. Gia looks at Kong, distressed to see her friend in pain, but through the hurt, he still musters the strength to reconnect with the one that understands him the most. And we get a scene strikingly similar to Godzilla vs. Kong, except now it's Gia looking down at Kong. And he says something heartbreaking. "I lost home," which is clearly referencing the fact that his people are enslaved by a maniacal ruler, and he's no longer welcome in the Hollow Earth alive. It's pretty sad to see our hero in this state, but I like that he isn't just some flawless badass. He's like us. He goes through hardships, but finds ways to overcome it and come out stronger. In this case, he will overcome his pain and fear with a giant power glove. In the next clip, we see Trapper bringing in the Beast Glove to fit onto Kong's wounded arm. And I just love the look of this thing. I like how it looks like real heavy lifting equipment, but with that futuristic twist. It injects Kong with a green serum, which could either be adrenaline to get him off his feet or a medicine to help with the frostbite. Either way, it really gets his blood pumping as we see his eyes dilating from the energy. Trapper says he's either gonna love it or rip it off with his teeth. But from the looks of it, Kong loves it because he roars and slams his fist into the ground, and if you look closely, you can see an electrical shockwave bursting from the glove, which is a cool way to bring back the ability from the 1962 King Kong vs. Godzilla. And following directly from this, in the next clip we see Gia telling Kong to go get help, that being none other than Godzilla. Kong leaps towards the Hollow Earth vortex, and I noticed that when Kong jumps onto the cliff, it makes literally no sound. I really hope that's just an error with this clip, and that's fixed in time for the actual film's release, because that's pretty bad. But then Kong's hand reaches out of the vortex that just opened up by the pyramids, which immediately gets the attention of Godzilla, who roars across the city at the emerging Kong. And I like that it's actually a new roar instead of just a recycled old one. Kind of sounds like something from Godzilla 2000, except new. Kong raises his fist into the sky to try and get the King of the Monsters' attention, and we get a good look at how big Kong really is now. He's big, but still not as big as the pyramids. Godzilla swims through the Nile River towards Cairo to clash with the mighty Kong, and then he leaps out of the water and charges at full speed towards the waiting Kong. But Kong doesn't want to fight, he just wants Godzilla to help with the Hollow Earth threat. He looks back at the vortex and tries to communicate that he's not trying to fight, but Godzilla doesn't care. He's stepped foot into his territory, and that's enough for a scrap. He gets closer, and Kong's just like, wait, no, hold on a second. I just love the look on Kong's face. He's like, shit, not again.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. All right. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
And then Godzilla crashes him into the pyramids, which has probably ruined a good few people's holiday plans. And then the clip fades to black before the proper fight begins. These clips look insane. I love how the film looks to have incredible action, but still retains the heart that makes the previous film so special, although it begs the question as to whether Warner Bros. Are showing off too much. And yeah, I think there's a fair argument to be had there. There's so many other teasers coming out with huge spoilers in them that I don't even want to look at, but that may be a discussion to be had another day. In the meantime, these clips look epic, and I can't wait to see what they look like in IMAX. Have you got your tickets already? Let us know in the comment section down below. Be sure to subscribe and stomp the notification button to keep up to date with everything Godzilla Kong related. And be sure to give this video a big old Kong-sized thumbs up. I've been Alistair, and we'll see you residents in the next one.